everyone. Welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys. So, thanks to everyone who joined us for Hot Messy Topics. And if you missed it, then definitely go be a part of the replay crew. In the meantime, our next live this week will be tomorrow, Tuesday night for Anchor Watch. Jason and Josh are back. And then, of course, we'll be back for the OC recaps and the after parties and everything in between. But we're back to talk about some Vanderpump Rules. Before we jump in, do all the YouTube things, show some love, and let's do the damn thing.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys. So this is interesting to me just a little bit when it comes to Kristen Doty, because she's out here talking about, well, she's shading the hell out of James and Allie's relationship. But before we get into the whole James and Allie of it all, I wanted to kind of talk about Tom Schwartz for a second. And I always say Tom Schwartz, but it sounds like I'm saying Tom Schwartz. I'm not. I'm saying Tom Schwartz. I can say the guy's name. But Tom Schwartz was talking about the thing that he regrets most when it comes to his time on Vanderpump Rules, but also what he's not proud of amid the whole affair and everything coming out. Plus the whole painful part of being on reality TV, which is funny because if you listen to him and you listen to some of the other people talk about how painful it is to be on reality TV and some of the ups and downs in the relationships and what happens and you're letting it all air out there, it's like, yeah, but pick a lane, because so many other people, and this is the way I look at it, because it's so easy to be like, oh, glass half empty and be negative in situations like this. However, it's like so many people have awful relationship issues in situations where not only does the relationship suck or they're trying to navigate a 5, 10, 15, 20-year relationship, marriage, or something, maybe even with kids and infidelity, but then they're also working 3, 4 jobs trying to figure out how the hell they're going to pay their mortgage and put food on the table. So even though we get to put our lives out there and it's like, oh my gosh, this is really hard to be vulnerable, at least you get a $2 million home, and 9 times out of 10, most likely you're probably going to be able to pay your mortgage with the ratings of this show. That is putting you on the map. The same show that we're complaining about is so painful to record. Yeah. If you can see, my sympathy meter right now is probably just a little low. But hold on. Let's get back to it. So Tom Schwartz is not proud of how he handled Tom Sandoval's affair with Raquel. Months after it was revealed that Sandoval had cheated on Ariana for months and that Schwartz knew about the secret romance, he is sharing his downfall while also looking back at his time on Stars on Mars and sharing how the Fox series gave him a newfound perspective on life. I don't know if you guys also saw this with the Stars on Mars with Portia Williams, Ronda Rousey, like so many different people. First of all, leave it up to Fox. Fox comes up with some ridiculous shows, and some people really like them. They enjoy these shows, and they think, oh my God, look at this. We're taking random celebrities, and it's a Mars simulation program where it looks like they're on space. I think they're dumb as hell. But that's also why it's why I'm not watching them. And it's also why I'm not reviewing them. I heard a soft pitch for it and they had me at Mars. That's what he said during a June 17th interview with Rolling Stone. I was looking for an escape, and I know you have to be wary of escapism, but there were a lot of things going on in my life, and things were slightly chaotic. Before Schwartz ventured to Coober Pedy, a small town in Australia, for filming, he'd been faced with not only Sandoval's affair, but also a divorce from Katie Maloney, who's also on the show, and a number of family issues, including his brother's cancer diagnosis and his father's near fatal blood clots. Also, while trying to open Schwartz and Sandy's. When you're talking about trying to film a reality show and these moments coming up, those are the moments that I would understand that would be a lot more painful and hard to share while also filming a show and trying to be vulnerable. It was like when Jason and I worked at Tom Tom and Pump, and Lisa Vanderpump, it was her last season on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And she came in a couple of times crying without the cameras there because of how the people were treating her when she was dealing with her family issues. And that obviously bled into on camera because they're filming 4, 5, 6 days out of the week. And it's not something, especially when you have a family member who's struggling or a health diagnosis or somebody who's unfortunately passed away, that's not something that's easy to hide from the camera. So I can get when you're talking about a painful part of filming reality TV, that, yes, being open about your relationships, that's kind of par for the course. But hold on. For me, it was a welcome retreat. This is what he's saying about Stars on Mars. I've been looking to get out of my little bubble that I've been in, and we all have problems. And this past year and a half or 2 years, maybe, I happen to have a lot of them all at once. So, when it rains, it pours. So it was a little sabbatical. As he continues to face backlash for keeping Sandoval and Raquel's affair under wraps, Schwartz also hopes fans aren't getting the wrong idea about him. Okay. I hope I don't seem overly self-indulgent or neurotic because I'm not that guy. It's just the past few years really got me. It was a combination of so many things. That's another thing too. When Jason and I did all of our recaps, especially the after parties for Vanderpump Rules, it was one thing that we couldn't really ever negatively say about Schwartz. He was never actually really, he really always was a super nice and caring and giving. It seems like what's going on up there, yeah, sometimes. And okay, like he's kind of like a big adult Peter Pan, like sort of clown, but he is a really nice guy, so I'll give that to him. I was able to step outside of my little bubble and be like, you know what? I'm so grateful. I'm so lucky for all the opportunities I've been given and everything I've gotten out of, this experience and everything I've gotten to experience in life so far. It's been strange, and Sandoval swept the nation. I don't mean to sound insensitive, but there was a human cost, and these are my friends. But it was just like being in Australia. I could step outside of myself looking at it. It was just a very strange experience. Listen to all the people, though, who were a part of this. Lance Armstrong, Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, Adam Rippon, Tallulah Willis. It's funny that he's like kind of lumped in with all of these different celebrities in order to do the show. Okay, so let's move back on over to Kristen Doute really quick because she's shading the hell out of Allie's relationship, and she is giving Allie some credit for figuring out this affair to begin with. The Abby at 1 a.m., that was a fucking little Easter egg that I did not expect, nor did I even know about until I watched this episode. I don't recall my friends telling me about this little nugget of information. It was Allie, right? Allie, James' girlfriend. So shout out to Allie. She then dissed James' relationship, saying, I'm sorry, you're dating him, but good for you, girl. Raquel was willing to sort of, she was saying, kind of talk to her in the way that James is and how he was with her. And Kristen saying that Raquel opened up about the things that he had done. And she was open to hear a lot of the truth coming from Kristen. But she said when it comes to this new relationship, she feels like it's a little opportunistic, which I don't agree with that. I've always thought that Raquel and James are on the same exact level of both being opportunists. I had to remind myself that she was a fan of the show before she was on the show. And not that, that makes everyone the way they are, but like she didn't organically really fit in with the group ever at all. So I think that she is an opportunist. And she's saying the exact same thing about James, which I'm sure he's either not going to answer or he's going to answer and completely obliterate Kristen Doute in his next interview, which it's a matter of time, but we'll figure it out and we'll be back to talk about it. So guys, go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think. And more importantly, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.